Well, these winter storms cause a lot of stress and anxiety, and we want some tips on how to help us with that. We'll get them. With us today is Dr. Duren Gutierrez to tell us how to reduce your stress and anxiety during these winter months. We know we had a messy commute this morning. Even last night it was starting to get messy. Right. Is that where most of that stress and anxiety comes from, having to drive through the snow and whatnot?
Yeah, it can be pretty stressful, you know. People need to make sure that they're very careful when they're driving, maybe take on extra time when you're driving so that you can get where you need to go. Maybe put an emergency kit in there so that you have maybe food,
that's a good one,
like that, blankets, that kind of thing.
Yeah, especially with these conditions, you know, you can get a flat tire, and with it being cold out there, it's not good to be, you know, on the side of the road for so long.
Yeah, make sure that phone is charged.
Yes, that is very important as well. With me, I don't worry about myself as much as the other drivers who are speeding and whatnot. So for me, that's where a lot of that anxiety comes from. Yep. Is that something that's common?
It is very common. You know, the anxiety can be just very difficult to take care of as well. You know, there are also stressors not only when you're driving, but say school is canceled. You know, and then you got to take care of children. What kind of activities are you doing? Do you have coverage at home? Those kinds of things. So there's just so many aspects where the anxiety can come in.
Yes. What can people do to cope when it comes to dealing with all of this?
I think the best thing that you can do is really just be prepared. Make sure that you're taking precautions, leaving on time, leaving early enough so that you can get where you need to go. Make sure you have that emergency kit. Give plenty of time between you and the person in front of you. You know, make sure that you're taking care of your children. Make sure that you're prepared. Those questions are answered beforehand. Make sure you have food at home. Those kinds of things.
What are some other things that people can do at home personally to kind of wind down? Maybe they had a hectic drive home, maybe had a near accident themselves, and it's hard to calm down from that. What can they do to kind of woo-saw after all the craziness?
You know, for me, my favorite thing to do is really put on some calming music and relax, maybe put some mood lighting on, maybe some aromatherapy. Those things can do a lot to really help calm things down.
Yeah, and you talked about planning ahead, which is so important because we have our Fox 2 weather app, we have our meteorologists. They let us know when these storms are coming, so people should definitely heed those warnings to make sure that they have everything they need and everything situated for when the storms actually come.
Yeah, it's all about being prepared. That's the idea.
What are some other things that people can do that they may not think of when it comes to storms and anxiety?
Well, it's really a matter of being prepared. If you are dealing with anxiety, we have many things that you can take care of on our website at Eastersealsmorc.org. We have some assessment tools. We have some phone numbers. If you feel like you need to talk to somebody, we can do that. So there's just so many things that you can do. Talk to family. Express your emotions, you know, and tell people what your anxieties are. Yeah,
and this is something that's probably even worse for people who were already dealing with anxiety before. Now you pair the elements with it that you can't really control, and that maybe makes it a little worse.
That's right. You know, even the whole idea of shoveling, making sure that you're taking care of your health when you're doing that, maybe being a little proactive and putting that salt out before the snow, not after the snow, you know, those kinds of things.
Yeah, Derek gave us some good weather tips to prepare for the snow because there will be more after this. So
that's right.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. For more information, you can visit Easterseals.com, and we will post a link on our website as well. We'll be right back.